Welcome back to the third installment of this series. In today's episode we'll go and do an exploratory ride to try and find a campsite, and then after that we'll settle down, set up camp, start a fire, cook some dinner, and then a time lapse to make our way back up to Perth. You would have thought by now, being the second time in this trip that I've dropped a water bottle off the back of the bike, I would have figured this out by now, but no, not yet. So we'll learn slowly. So at this stage I'd looked through the campsite, I didn't necessarily see anything I'd like, so I thought I'd go and have a look somewhere else for a campsite, away from people, in the bush. There was one that I thought about on a map earlier, but you'll see, we'll go and have a look at it later. Now I'm just going to have a look at my maps to find that campsite that I was talking about earlier. I knew it was in this general direction, but I have to get an exact location so I can go up and have a look. so here's that campsite that we were looking for just before. We're going to take a quick look around, just contemplating whether it's an appropriate campsite or not. Just double checking, because when I looked at it online from an aerial view, it looked like there was far more space here to actually have a campsite somewhere there. But we'll just go and have a walk and check, just in case it's behind some trees or something up into this area. It's not, there's no appropriate campsite up there. So realistically, I decided from that I was just going to turn around, go back down the hill, and go back to the other campsite. So I've pulled up here. This is a little walkway to go and have a look at the local waterfall. I've realised that it's a decent walk when you're wearing full motocross size boots. It's not necessarily the greatest thing to try and walk up and down when you can't move your ankles and your legs very freely. So we'll just head back to the campsite from here.
So this will be explained in just a second, but effectively I've already paid for a day pass into the national parks of WA, and I'm just reading what's going on with this little post here. The small post that I'm touching now. Normally there is a envelope in there that you pay your camp fee or anything like that, but it's been taken out and the sign pretty much says that the rangers are on strike. And we'll have a chat about that in just a second when we go and speak to this bloke up here. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Looking for a spot?
Kinda.
Yeah. There's something that's back up in here. It's hard to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do what you were doing on a Harley with my brother. All my family are coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 6 of us going to be in this little spot here, just setting up a few more tents. But someone parked up the back here.
Yep.
But I walked up there before. You can see the clearing just through there.
A little clearer.
Dunnies are.
Yeah.
So that I don't know. Yeah, that might do you. But that's packed up the top.
Yeah, I had a look just before. I don't know if you saw me come in.
Yeah.
About
No, I did.
2 hours ago or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the other question I had,
Yep.
they've taken all the envelopes out, and there's that sign there, so I'm guessing there's no payments.
But yet they've been on strike for a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's to do with back in the day when they had the on-site caretakers cottages.
Yep.
And that
Like
was
they
sort
still
of,
do up in Sandy Cape and all that type of thing, type of thing. Yeah.
So they didn't have to pay for accommodation.
Yeah.
And when they took all those away because they became too expensive to maintain, especially in the remote areas, they didn't increase their pay as much as what they should have, and so they're saying, you know what, we're going on strike. So they threatened to do it this week, this whole school holidays, which they have. Yeah, I heard it on the radio yesterday.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So no camp fees.
Because I came with some coins ready to go. Here you go, $10. But
yeah, and I do exactly the same thing. Where are you from?
Perth.
Yeah, right.
Up in Perth. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm David, by the way.
Jack.
Jack.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So you go out solo camping much?
First time solo camping.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
First time off of the bike. I've been camping out of the car and all that.
Yeah. Very different on a bike. I've done hundreds of camps on the bike.
That's not very well set up. That's literally just like a duffel bag and just throw it on.
You get better and better as you go. Yeah.
I do plan to put panniers and stuff on it, but
They do make a difference.
yeah, get the weight down. I can feel it. Like it's not so much on the road. The road's all right. The balance is okay on the road.
And you go on around.
But on the dirt, it starts to push the front a bit because the weight's up high rather than down into the rear tire.
Yeah.
And then once it does start sliding, it's got a shit ton more grip, so it just pushes through the corner, which is helpful. But if you can't get it into a slide, then it's like, oh, I'm pushing the front.
Yeah. No, totally get it.
All right, well, I'll try and find something.
Oh, there'll be look, you can camp freaking anywhere
Yeah,
because the rangers aren't out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? My brother and I would just freaking ride through a half track into the bush. We do that all the time. But if you're looking for some sort of clearing,
Yeah, I'll have a look at what clearings are like. I won't go up this, but I could get up it.
that man came in just in that road on the corner.
Oh, there's a van in here. That means there's easy access.
Yeah. Right there. It's not totally flat here, but
Oh, it's better than fuck all.
yeah, no, I reckon that's
Yeah, I might just put the bike there. What's on the other side of that?
yeah, it's perfect for the bike.
Yeah. This looks alright. Nope. I don't think so. There's a flattish part to put the thing on.
Yeah, because no one else can get in there, so.
Yeah. Alright, now I just gotta find that road to the dunny.
Handy having the toilet far away.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I was like, oh, I've got to go somewhere close to some toilet because I don't want to try and carry a shovel and a shit rag on the bike while I've literally got my ebb swag and a backpack that's strapped onto the back of it.
Yeah.
And then my standard tools that are always on the bike.
Yeah. I just carry a little lightweight trowel.
Yeah.
Which has sort of got a bit of a shoulder and a bit of a kind of.
I thought about getting one for this trip, but I was like, nah, I'll just do my first one and then. Because like I have like the one in the car is a shovel that's this long, and I'm like, that's not going to work. All right. Thanks for your help, mate. Yeah, I'll go that way. I've got another 30 kilos on a 200 kilo bike already. So here's my little setup. There's my tent, my bike, nice little grassed area. Just a small walk up to the top. I didn't want to put my campfire somewhere that it wouldn't be suitable to put it, so I put it in the same location that everybody that camps here has put theirs. Got my chair, got my little fire going. And I'll start to cook some dinner on the fire. That was a nice peaceful night, not too much went on. There was some people who came and camped right next to me between where my campfire is and where my bike was, but other than that it was an alright night. And now the journey back into Perth. It was a good trip. It was only an overnighter. I thought about staying for a little bit longer, but had some mates to get back to, had a few things to do around the house, so I came back up to Perth, did those things.